Alright guys, back again. We're going to take a look at the shift cards for the Acceleracers card game. This is one of the smaller sets. Also not very difficult to complete, but there's definitely a few cards in here that are definitely hard to find. So we're going to take a look at those, and I will also, for this video, I'm going to be cracking open a blister and seeing if we can get any rare cards or any rare foils or anything like that. And yeah, we'll have lots to look forward to at the end of the video. Hopefully, I'm only missing one card at this moment, which is today is the 22nd of September. I'm only missing one card for my regular set, and that's Reverb, the Teku vehicle. So it would be awesome to pull that card if I could get that today. So the first card we have is Pick a Line. This is an interesting card. You can see this card's exploding. So that's kind of funny how just, well, you do kind of see that in the movies, but I mean, nothing like that. I think that's Power Rage right there. Next is Power Rage again with Smooth Driving. He's kind of wiping out on the side right here, and it just straightens out his car right here, so that's pretty cool. Hot Wire. You're going to see on a lot of these cards, there's nothing really super interesting about them. It's just art, you know, for the card game. So the shift cards, there are definitely a few in here that are absolutely gorgeous, like this next one, Endure. I've always liked this card as a kid, and even as an adult, it's just a really cool design. But some of these cards are kind of boring, but that's just because they're for the card game, and you know, nothing special about them except what they do. So that's Endure with RD08 on there, I believe. Reaction Time, this is a really cool one. This is kind of like back from Highway 35 when they're the greatest challenge, when they're trying to jump to that thing. I love Cove Light on this card. This is such a cool interpretation of Cove Light. It's really cool. It's kind of thinner, but it's very awesome to look at. Downshift, another one of those boring cards that doesn't really do anything, except for the card game, but give you a close look at that. This is probably my favorite card in the shifts, which is All or Nothing. This is, honestly, this is kind of the card that made me want to collect all the rest of the cards, just because this really got me into the designs of the cards. This was kind of like the first one that I saw where I was like, wow, that's really good looking and really cool to look at. So definitely one of my favorite cards, probably my top 5 cards. Rev Matching, another one that's just, you know, kind of plain, just one-time looker. Drifting, this is really cool. It has Nitrium on there. They kind of made Nitrium look like a muscle car here, but it's kind of cool, especially with the background and everything. Just the gray of the card with the green on the outside is really cool. Buckle Up, never saw anything like this in the movies. When you press a button, you know, to get out of your car, it takes you back to the Acceladrome, but this one's just launching you out. Never saw that in the movies. Guts, this is a hard card to pull. I never pulled this card. I had to get it from my friend Taryn. He had an extra one lying around. He sold it to me. But yeah, I never was able to find this card, but it's pretty interesting. It's kind of blurred out, Rolling Thunder on there, just making that huge jump. Cornering, this has Jackhammer on there, and I believe Power Rage again. Very, very popular car for the shifts. And then, yeah, just going around the corner there. Simulator Run, again, nothing really too interesting about this card. Draft and Pass, I like the lighting on this with high voltage and synchro on there. Very interesting choice of cars. I don't know why they would put these two together, since Nolo is the only one that's ever driven these cars. Kind of interesting that they would do that. But yeah, definitely cool to see. Definitely cool to see them both in the same picture, because you never do ever see them in the movies together. Burnout, I think that's ratified on there. That's pretty cool. This is one of the starter deck cards as well, I believe. First foil, Bootlegger Reverse. There's only 2 foils in this set. So it makes it kind of an easier set to complete if you're looking for foils. I like this card a lot. Rubbin' is Racing. It has Battle Spec and I believe that's Nitrium on there. Kind of hard to tell, but kind of a cool art on that. Just seeing one wipe out like that. And here's the second foil. This is Home Track Advantage, which is one of my favorite arts on these cards. It's really cool. Like they really had a good idea doing the sunset as like the hollow. Very cool. Slalom with Spinebuster on there. They made Spinebuster look like an actual real car, which is kind of interesting because that does not look like Spinebuster. Another one that was hard for me to get, which is also where I got from Terran, is Hack Mimic. This is kind of interesting one on here. It is one of those boring cards, but it has Battle Spec and it really looks cool in the card. Shortcut, Power Rage on there yet again with a lot of other cars. You never saw that many cars in the movies unless they were like drones, silencers, and regular cars mixed, but this kind of looks like they're all from the same team, which is kind of interesting. Emergency Brake with RD06 on there. Cool overview of this card. They definitely had a good choice doing an overview like that with the desert kind of in the background. Draft with Rolling Thunder and Power Rage again. I never really noticed how much Power Rage was in these cards. Cool art on that. I do really like that card. Visor Mask. Definitely something that a Metal Maniac would wear. Definitely don't see any of the Tech Coup or the silencers or the drones wearing anything like this, but it's kind of cool. Recover Control with Spectite on there. That's pretty cool looking with the waterfall and everything on the side. Soundproof. Maybe look at that. Pretty boring, but still cool to look at. Dodging Disaster. This is kind of like one of the only cards you can actually see a face. Doesn't look like any driver or any kind of... It doesn't look like an Acceleron either, but I mean... I don't know who that could be. Under the Hood. Another example where you see somebody's face kind of, but it's kind of blurred out. And it, definitely a silencer's vehicle, probably Nitrium. Kind of interesting to see somebody who's not a silencer working on their car. Definitely interesting. And the last card, sorry about that, is Pedal to the Metal with Iridium on there. This is a really cool card. I really like how Iridium looks there and how it's just blurred out. Really cool. And that is the shift card. Sorry about going a little fast there. There's not that many cards in the shift set. I also just was kind of excited to open this. I haven't opened a blister in a long time. So this is pretty exciting. So we're gonna open this real quick. Let's see. Get that pack out. I try not to damage my blisters because I like to keep them intact. Okay, here is the booster pack. I don't know if you're supposed to open up like this or this to get the face down, but we'll see. There we go. All right, that's face down. All right, here we go. So the first card is Anti-Gravitation, cool card. So we get a foil. Oh, Nitrox 3. Wow, good pull. Very nice. Very, very nice. And this card is, wow, High Voltage. That is a pack. Holy cow. A rare foil card and a super rare vehicle card. Not reverb, the one I was looking for, but definitely not disappointed in this. This is the High Voltage I have in my collection is actually lightly played. So now I have a mint High Voltage. Wow, that is awesome. What a pack. Wow. That is awesome. All right, so a mint Nitrox 3 and a mint High Voltage in the same pack. That is insane. That is awesome. Wow. What a way to end the pack opening. That, like, or just the way that we ended the shift card reviews. That's awesome. All right, so that's how we're gonna end it. So you can kind of have a last look. Thank you guys for watching, and thanks for being a part of this. This is awesome. I'll see you guys in the next video. I think we'll be doing the realms next. Maybe we'll have to do another car opening. Might have to do that.